Hi guys, Anna here, Heart of Match Guarantee, and today we are here live. So we will discuss why 99% of these relationships with Ukrainian women are doomed. And let's first watch short video.
Women only love men when the women are serving the men, not the men serving the women. And when the men are following the woman's lead, women don't even like those guys. These tricks work, but they only work on men that do not understand women's nature. And relationships that start like this are doomed to fail.
Okay, guys. I see that a lot of you was writing here about age gap. There is a lot of, can be a lot of reasons, right, why relationship wouldn't work. But we will talk about today about specifically this perspective of man being a leader and how is it important for Slavic women, and what's possible scenarios if this not happening, right? So when we say that those relationship would fail or will be doomed, uh, we mean, yeah, like men start relationship and it's again, break in like few days. It's just like he's keep trying to be successful or start something and it's not working, and again. Or we talk about failing, it's when he just single, right? He just cannot even start a relationship. And then we talk about those couples who live for years in relationship, and they actually not happy together. Would you consider this also as a success? Yeah, or failure? Write in comments. So at the end of the day, we come in a relationship with a purpose to add happiness to our lives, right? But not to make it more complicated and difficult and stressful and all of that. So when we talk about Slavic ladies, right? Because that's our focus here, and you will see that there is a big difference, right, between Western and Slavic women in this regard, because they actually, by their nature, because they live in their high feminine energy, they want to follow men. That's whom they're looking for. Mm, they want to give the look up to find this man who will be happy to have a leading role in a family, right? And so main decision that all Slavic women want to make, and make it wisely, they choose man, right man, they say, there is expression like, maybe in the West it sounds like the last decision men make when he's getting married. It means then woman will take role of decision maker in the family, while in our culture it sounds like last decision a woman make, and it's her main decision, it's she choose man, and the rest of their important responsible life decisions, it will be main men making at the being leader of the family. So every time when Slavic woman looking for a man, when she started to date him, experience a relationship, she's always asked her main several questions. If he's reliable, which means he's not like a wind come and go, right? And we will talk about like several aspects of how she understands he's reliable, right? How she senses from what things she understands he's reliable. Then will he be my support? We'll talk about this. Can he be trusted, right? Because a lot of infidelities and issues there. And yeah, and basically, yeah, can I rely on him? Yeah, that's again about her living in her her feminine energy, where she, or like being happy to be a woman, where she don't want to pretend to be a man, or both man and woman in the family. She, like, in her healthy version of herself, where everything balanced, her energy balanced, she wants to have her woman role, in the family, bringing her values and bringing her care and love to woman in her, like, you know harmony energy. She's harmonic energy. She's giver by nature. She wants uh she wants to give. My mom arrive. Спасибо. Thank you. She make me tea. You see, my mom come yesterday. I met her in airport, and she even didn't go to sleep until she children was asking her to cook some Ukrainian traditional blinchiki, and they didn't let her go rest until she made this for them. They was missing it, and so that's the thing about Slavic women. They living in their high feminine energy, they enjoy giving care to the loved one. And so when a man taking this role, of like, I will do everything for you, just like, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Woman wants to be respected. She wants to be heard. She wants, Ukrainian woman wants to, like, kind of, picture this together with a man, family plans and everything. But she, if there is tough decision, or like life-changing decision, serious thing, right? She don't want to take, uh, she don't want to be this strong man who will take responsibility for results of this decision. And so that's where, men step up. Or I don't know, like, where with children you need discipline. Normally this is whereas men perform, because mother too soft to, to be strict where you need to be strict, sometimes. So so when men become this, taking this role of, like, I don't know, last several streams we have guys who was writing here how to meet Ukrainian woman who will be provider, who I say, listen, you just, you refuse to live with your, like, according to your role, being a man. And so, yes, I know. And so it's okay, but this is almost not possible. This 1% we will live here, yeah, for this type of guys or success, who's looking for woman to live in her, in her woman's body, to live in her man's role and be happy about this. So this is like, I don't know, something very, very exceptional, especially in Ukraine, where it's still very traditional world. So so those relationship will be always failing if a woman, switch roles with a, I mean, man switch roles with a woman. He's becoming this, I don't know, pushover guys who just very emotional, who don't know where he's going, in his life, and just like basically behaving like normally, like woman would do, Woman, when she's very emotional, she just like, this storm that don't know where, where to, what to do with this, these hormones playing. And so it's beautiful combination when, when you have men who, who can just understand, okay, this storm will now settle down and life will be, I mean, woman just much more emotional by her nature. But it's a beautiful things when, two people meet and they live in harmony with themselves. Man, according to his nature, and woman, it's a beautiful combination of, synergy of energy that, like, make this union stronger, helping each other to, to grow and unfold, this better version of ourselves. So one woman, top, I would tell top two main Slavic woman needs, it's to, yeah, as I said, they need to feel that they can rely rely on men. And what does it mean, rely on men? It means he is a leader, you understand? It's not just like, and to have emotional closeness too. So like, she wants to be close, she wants to be understood, she wants to be able to have this like connection on a soul level. So following your husband, what does it mean? It means trusting him to make decisions and being responsible for them. So in order to do this, she need to make sure, this is man whom she trusts, he has enough, like, I don't know, intellectual level. She has enough, he has enough, basically, you know, there is like two things that you cannot separate in relationship. It's, it's love, right? When you love person, but also you need to have respect to it, to her, to person. And so when, you know, woman cannot follow somebody whom she is not respect. It's those things that, yeah, especially for, I mean, I think it's fair for any woman, but and for any relationship, a lot of failure happens when there is no respect in the family. So woman's, she wants to find man who is leader and to follow him, but she needs to. And so how she knows that he's a leader and she can consider to follow him? How she knows? So this feature of man being reliable, what distinguish, which signs of it, like how she understand. uh, First, she always look at his action. So his words always equal to his actions. If men say and don't do, it's just like huge red flag. If man say and then he change his mind, 25 times about this, or he have hard time to make decision, it's also, signs of, I don't know, like, she asked herself how I can follow this man if he don't know where he's going, about like simple things, like if he's making, I don't know, we have like our clients who was before, when they was coming to Kiev, I was booking them COVID test, and they was like changing their mind to go or not to go, which clinic, or like, I don't know, this just simple thing just to do test for COVID to fly back home. It was such a big, like such a big decision, and so many things was changed. I was like, I was understanding from this, this man will have a hard time to build relationship, because the Ukrainian woman, she see in this, man's weakness, and not just like weakness. She doesn't feel, she can follow man, because this man just like, he goes direction, not just like you understand main direction, but there can be like, but he's just like that's it in everything. And there is expression that how we do small things, we do big things, right? It's just like, it's everything, it shows you in small details, you can see scalable things. Oh yeah. So always, like, one of the biggest, it's his word, actions, and the way he makes his decisions. So second, it's how he count on himself in life. He's not this, like, I don't know, complainer, blaming all time, somebody in something, something he doesn't have or something he has, he always find somebody guilty about this government, I don't know, somebody else. It's not perceived as a, he's captain of his life. And also he wants to see that man self-sufficient in decision making, and he is not depending on opinions of others, like This is very rare case, but sometimes we see fear of our guys who apply to us, like what my family would think about this, like they afraid. So they don't want this. They want to see men who live in an adult position where he knows what he wants. He know from where he come to this decision, and he's not you know this is not something that would stop him, like people's opinion, when somebody will tell him how to live, where to find wife, all of this is just like big turn off for Ukrainian women, because like, okay, she can, you imagine, you come to her, you see her, okay, I give you like how she identify as a plus, but I also give you example when it's in minus, right? And that's how it scary her away. You imagine you come to date her in another country, and then you share with her, I don't know how to tell my family, I'm not sure, like all of these things. She started to feel very insecure. She kind of date you with the serious intention, possibility to move to your country, and then she hear all these speeches of and she's just like she has to take risk to come to you. And then if you will not provide her this this like be that rock for her, if she understands, she come, and now it will depends on her how family will like her or no, she would most likely will not go, if she know that it will be hard depend on her. No, she would want man who who it will be his decision, and there is nobody else will tell him or her in future. Yeah, if parents tell him how to live, or I don't know, friends, wherever, whoever, they will tell obviously on her, and so yeah, this thing can be very so they don't want, I don't know, we call it mama's boy, or like they just want to have adult man who is who's know what he's doing, and he's confident in himself, where he's going. And then searching how she identified his reliable man is that he prefer open and honest relationship, doesn't like manipulation. If you have things that you're not happy about, it's just like open adult dialogue, always the key, to like any solution. If she see that, I don't know, she see that you're upset, but then yet don't tell her, that you just keep those things. I mean, it's not like you know mm, all time, how this word, um, being complaining about everything. No, but just like when you see there is a things to be discussed, it's better to be open and just like have open dialogue with your partner. It is only one way how to how to build relationship, especially early stages. This is time when you get to know each other, you build this foundation of your of your house, that you need to build it strong, right? You need to make sure you go in one direction. You want your vision for a family, for things that are important for kids and everything. It's really match. And here, like, open and honest relationship and conversation, it's just like it's very needed, very needed. And later as well, because as I said, after get married, this is just beginning of your after you get married, this is just beginning, or like beginning from new stage, but it's continue, your relationship will continue. And uh, uh responsibilities of keeping them happy, this is both people, responsibility. So both people need to make efforts to 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 be open to each other, to discuss things, to find the solution for any challenges that you have. So first, and so when, for example, um, if women see that man is very easily manipulated, or something, it's also turn off, like she wants this man to know, like to have, set his self-worth, um has his boundaries, set up, and then, he's not that, you know wiggling things that, I don't know, like, uh, yeah, like leaves on a tree, that you can do plastilene, you can make everything you want from them. It's just not for Slavic women. This is big turn off, you know then, how she know that he's reliable man? It's complicated thing, right? It's that, he accepts, he knows himself, he knows his strong side, his weak sides, his everything, right? And so when he come in a relationship, um, with desire to have, holistic happy relationship, at least he knows his wound, and if something, triggers them, at least you can again have open dialogue to, that will help to understand each other, or like, you know I mean, if you come in a relationship and you don't know your wounds, and you expect like person to love you, but then you even cannot express to this person the way you feel loved, like if, for example, for you that she's cooking for you, this is just like the way you feel care, and this is love for you, you need to be able to communicate about this, like, just it's not about, or you need hugs because like the way, you have touch love language, for example. So, and the same about her, right? If you want to build good relationship, so if man doesn't know himself, it's hard to actually, to succeed in relationship and to, to make it work. If uh, uh, if he doesn't know who he is, how he can come in relationship, and how, how it can be from this good outcome, so first it's always to know yourself, and from this, to come in relationship with a vision, with understanding, and this is the way, you attract your soulmate, where you have picture of whom you want based on who you are, right? So, and the last feature of this reliable man in definition of, for, it's that he doesn't have addictions like, drug addiction, alcoholic addiction, gambling. This is all a feed woman with their insecurities. She, if she see that man have gambling addiction, like, she just, again, this is her safety and security. She can imagine, herself having family with this man, and one day he just go and, like, I don't know, gamble everything. Now she doesn't have, I don't know, no home, no, like, basic, or drugs. I'm not talking about this, like, just like any kind of addictions. Yes, this is big turn off, for Ukrainian women, because of course for Slavic women, as I said, they naturally tend to have the desire to, to follow man. So, I will read, guys, your comments now also. Let me now quickly just announce. Okay, where is it? Make some announcement. I will just come back to you very, very in less than a minute.
The ultimate purpose of this live stream is to hold another no-holds-barred auction. And some lucky bachelor is going to win our ultimate matchmaking package that past clients have paid 10 grand for. But now you can practically steal it for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder is going to win. 2 years of unlimited dating to meet as many of our 1,147 high-quality Ukrainian beauties as you want. Over, as I say, a 2-year period. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with one of our superstar coaches. Okay, let's let the bidding begin.
Okay, guys. Yeah, we started auction. All details in description below. If you have no idea how to get in description below, please feel free to email us your bid to info@matchguaranty.com. Current highest bid is 5,100. So you're welcome to participate. So let me now maybe open your message, and then I will continue on this topic a little bit more too. Okay, sensitive topic. I'm sure we're okay. Those ones about HK background. Okay. Okay. And about decision in family is also depends on the couple education level. If they both well educated and growth minded, they appreciate a joint decision to produce the best decision. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that's how we do this in our family with Joy. You know, like we always sit together and we talk about, like, you know, like I mean, you see, women don't want blindly to, like, you know, just to follow men, like, no matter what, right? No matter what. She always wants to, as a family, okay, here's you, here's her, but then you create something together. And this is something third, you know, something third, right? And so when you create this something third as a family, you have vision for, you know, what you want, for your values, for how, you know, how you see family in order to keep it, you know, happy for both of you, right? This is your project together. But and so when you make you know, decision, when you're making decision, you always, you know, as a family, you look if it's match your general, you know, family vision or plans, you know. But what I want to say that when it's really tough decision, there is a, like, hard decisions, you know, Ukrainian woman, she don't want to, you know, to take this role of you know, of making final decision. We say in Ukraine, we always, you know, we discuss things, you know, we hear partners, we just, you know, make it like, you know, how the pluses and minuses, you know, wherever things you evaluate things, right? But then you make decisions with a, you know, with a general plan and vision for a family, right? But then there is times where, you know, when decisions can be, yeah, difficult, and so, and a lot of things depends on them. And this is when men normally, you know, I don't know. Okay, let's talk about like examples. You know, if women say, "I want darling, I want to live in," I don't know. Women, they very materialistic. Okay, this is not a secret for you, right, guys? And women went on several houses. You know, I don't know what numbers to give, but for example, she saw a house for $2 million, then she saw a house for $1 million, she saw a house for 500, and then she say, darling, you know, I just like, you know, I I just don't feel this, you know, house for one. I just don't like this house for 500, you know, and just like I just want to live, like, you know, good life, you know, in this. I just like, you know, if you want me happy to be happy, like I want to live in this 1 million house, you know, 1 million. But then man understand the finances in the family, and he understand if he will submit to, you know, having this house for 1 million, it will lead to him to bankruptcy, you know, or like they will lose it, you know, like doesn't matter how much he wants to please woman, you know, to make her happy. If he will follow you know, his desire to please her, he will lead family family to financial crash, like, so he needs to find words and like to stand up as a leader to the family and say, darling, I understand you want to live in a house for 1 million, but now we cannot afford it, so please, now we will be living in a house for 500,000, and then if something change in 1 year, 2 years, maybe we will reconsider, if, like, I don't know, I will have maybe some of my projects will start and something's change in financial area, but now this will be super irresponsible for me to, like, to move to buy us this 1 million house, for example. Doesn't matter how woman, like, she's sad and everything. No, that's what I mean. So in a man cannot be managed like by emotions of woman in a desire to please her, to please her, and then create a financial break in a family, being as a provider, being provider, you understand. This is role, in I know that in the West, a lot of families both work, and also in Ukraine most of women, they work, but then men always like take responsibility for main things like house and food, this basic needs. This woman that makes money, she just spend it on, I don't know, her beauty procedures, for her, I don't know, her, this is not basic needs, right? I don't know, some dresses or whatever, gifts, so like for some enjoy, but then I will be now probably bombed by my messages, but it is how it is, in our culture. So what I want to say, you understand, you got me. So there is times where men need to be rational, not emotional like women. And so if man become emotional, he just like, he don't want to frustrate this woman, he love her, he want you to please her at any price, and he makes stupid decision. That's where problems began. There is a time where, and so woman, she will be at the end, okay, maybe she will be upset that they didn't go to this, but at the end of the day, she understood that this was the right decision. She was emotional, she wanted something, that really cannot afford, and then she understand maybe to what it can lead. But you think if man would buy this house for 1 million and then they realize they at a bankruptcy, they lose house, would she be grateful for him? No, they will probably even lose family, because like man didn't make right decision. Men don't do decisions on emotions. Men rational, men, and so Ukrainian women would be appreciative about, like, about man being, having his plans, being realistic with them, that to make the decision that will be smart, financially smart, including finance. So well, I think with examples it's easier, right? I wonder if Jo will interrupt Anna again today. She's going perfectly fine by herself. Thank you, Antonio. Jo is not here today. Anna is doing greatly. Thank you. Anna, at the pre-marriage stage, that right, the man should take their lead, which apply in any nationality relationship. Mature adult should proud to be leader. Yeah, definitely. But even after marriage, as I said in this example, nothing changed. Like, as I said, a woman sometimes may, managed by her emotions, can do really, silly things. So, that's why she's looking for, man protector, man. She feels on many different levels protected by, being with the right man in her life. She feels physically protected, she feel emotionally protected if she has this, connection with him on emotional levels where she can talk to him about any things and being understood, having this open heart to heart conversation. She feel financially protected about, like, men don't do, stupid financial decisions, right? um to live according to what you make, not not okay, you understand. So yeah, there is those one main things. And so those things, better to keep some things to yourself and come off as crybaby too. And not crime off. Definitely, Matt. Yeah, I mean, the way I was wording it, I just didn't want you get this, like, to, to share everything as, diarrhea, to a woman, it sounds sometimes. So yeah, like a lot of men, Ukrainian men, they just like keep too much things to themselves, and this is also create the situation where woman asks herself, who is she for him, like if she's really wife, or like if she's, dear person to his heart, if he cannot tell her, like, real, things that, hard that he's going through. But I just understand why they do this, mm, I mean, this is about balance. How much I know that, Joe, for example, didn't tell me some stressful things because sometimes, not every time, but sometimes some things that I cannot, why he would tell me something that I will not help him with, with like finding solution about it. Or so, like, if he see that it's not actually like touching me, directly or something, and so he see that, if he share, he will just create my, emotional stress about it, and then nothing, no solution in exchange, because I cannot be helpful in some, in some things. So and I get that, and I'm trying, to pull some things out of him. But I understand he lived through 7 years in Ukraine. He picked those things from, and sometimes I'm like, you know, probably it's better, it just save my my emotions from, like, he is already worried, but men worry, but men, have a much higher like normally, if man, in his masculine energy, he has much higher tolerance towards stress, he can handle more. So, like, if man stress is one thing, but if woman stress in a family, oh, everybody just go in different corners, you just disappear, because nobody happy, no children, everything like doubled, tripled. Um so yeah, I mean, that's a thing. But at the same time, when women, I see, like, even our girls, when they speak to Joe, and like if he, I don't know, like stop them or something, they're like, "Ugh," they need to release this, of like, and this is feminine thing, to release everything she sings, this 10,000 words a day, and like if you stop her, she feels like, I'm not loved, I'm not heard, I'm like, I just need to bring it somewhere. But the thing that men don't need to take this, towards him, this emotional things, mm, just understand this is her nature. And yeah, she needs, like, more. Even you, if you will research how many words men need by nature to speak a day, and women, you will see there is big difference. So it's her, if she lives in the feminine energy, this is her, like, biological needs, if you would say. So yeah, when woman complain that she, like, if she feel like, one of the biggest things that I say, if man not reliable, it's her, like, it's create her insecurities. And second, when she doesn't have this closeness, or like emotional, connection, and being able to discuss everything with her man. But then when men do this, and sometimes too much, it just like make her perceive him as a kind of as a woman. But then I mean, no, it's not really perceived as a woman. I mean, this is feminine feature, but the thing that it's just not it's not solving problem. It's actually it's add a gas to a fire. That's what it's doing. So think twice, okay? And if this is something about security, about like, I don't know, it just will create more of a bomb, in her mind. So if you able to, I don't know, find solution on your own, better you keep those things to yourself and like just say take care about your own shit as a man, do. A man needs to be a masculine leader. The woman needs to be feminine support. Work in harmony together. No need to cry baby there. Just fulfill all God given rules as a couple. Yes, 100%. Anna, a good Ukrainian lady does not want a sissy man. She will feel not safe with type of man. She doesn't want him to show this side to her children. The man must be a man. Yes. Yes. And all those red flags, a man is not supported to have one. Exactly the one the normal woman does have. If woman don't accept these red flags in men, why should men accept them in women? That man is not supported. Who said men should accept? I was talking about this. Man needs to know who he is, and then he needs to know what he wants, how he see his relationship. If there is a red flags or like think that deal breakers for you, why would you accept? Um, but everything this is about, like if man, I don't know, 70 years old wants 24 years old woman and say, listen, I know what I want, and I don't agree for less. So it's everything about how realistically your things that you want. So, but generally speaking, of course, if you talk about relationship and your vision, or if men have basically at the end of the day, everything just come to one point. One person love I don't know, not itself, but when person knows how to love herself or himself, she knows how to give love to other person. If person have no idea about herself or himself, mm, uh, or how to just like dramatically damaged, those people, and who is not come on this, at least on this on this road where they understand that, for example, if their relationship and again fail, and world so bad and all people around so bad, maybe there is something wrong with my perception. Maybe I need to look inside me, and start this healing process inside me. So when at least person on this path already, it's already promise, or at least you have change to come to the point where you want to be. But if person, yeah, okay, you got it. So like I said, and a lot of Ukrainian women, there is not only Ukrainian women, this is like all the world work like this. People reflect, they're just our mirrors. They reflect our attitude to ourselves. If you don't love yourself, you look in the mirror and tell you how ugly you are and everything, like just so frustrated with yourself. You will meet people from outside who will be feeling those things. You just radiate these things around, they senses and their attitude to this according to what you believe about yourself, if you believe you deserve, and you see vision of what relationship you want to have, you will have it. Matter of experience, time, and choosing path, to meet this person, but you will have it eventually. With Billy, did he end up going to meet the woman he has dated in person? Dating in person. I'm not sure, Antonio. You can find his last videos. I'm not sure about, there was several introduction. Not sure about what relationship you talk. Anna, maybe do a separate live stream related to how couple can work together to make joint decision for the viewer. Okay, maybe. Oh. Mr. Sullivan, are you our client? I hope no, because we have Sullivan, but it's just very, very interesting messages. Canadian living of 500k shed in the woods, 1 million for a typical 3-bedroom, so 2 million for a fully detached with any type of yard. Brutal there here. Yeah, I know, but yeah, my point was, you understand, guys, like, if you have leading role, you financial security and protection, this is part of, things that, men need to plan, and it's just like being I see here in the West that women ask for a lot, but rarely offer to help, even if she has money. The man's money is for families, but her money is hers to spend on herself. It's actually, Ashby, the same in Ukraine. It's just like, for herself, I see it's like herself, I don't know, children she will spend on family, on gifts, whatever, but she don't want to cover like basic needs of or taking care about herself. She don't want to pay with this money for shelter and food, let's put it this way. Those things in Ukraine, women expect men to cover, as a basic needs, and those things that she consider that creates this safety and security of hers. And so Ukrainian women, they in majority of them, I say, in living in this high feminine energy, they really enjoy, like taking care about family. I see like how much in the restaurant here in Canada it costs to eat, and I just like, understanding that if a woman cooks at home, she save a bunch of money, and also she create healthy opportunity for all family members to eat good food. And so this is her feminine way of like show care and love to her family and like children. And of course, if you talk about young women, of course, if she has intent to have family and children, in Ukraine, it's risk completely on her. I know the in the West is different story, but let's face it. In Ukraine, if a woman, have a child with a man, and then they split up due different reasons. Sometimes men just find another woman. Doesn't matter what happened. Normally, the only one exception where actually, no, even I cannot say, yeah. most of the time it's just like women now facing all challenges of being father and mother, two in one, because she doesn't have any support from government. She doesn't have support normally from men. Like if she has, it's just like some funny money that, I don't know, by government, $50 a month. So like so it's always, you know, mm, so what I want to say in this regard, according to your comment, that when women choose like man, for like with whom she potentially see full family and creating babies, she understands that while she will be pregnant and given a birth, she will be limited in her in 1 year at least. No, normally it's more. Uh, After she give a birth to, like, she will be limited physically, emotionally, many levels. She will need to restore from this, this process of giving life to a baby, and this time she will rely on man. And what she needs, she needs to have shelter, and she needs to have like food, that she knows at least this, things that will be provided. So if man before marriage, when they date and she understands he cannot provide this to her, she feel insecure to have baby with him. So if you talk about young, but actually it's as I said, it's like, especially when you have children, this is even more. But then I know stories where again, because when man financially cares about Ukrainian woman, she feel loved and she feel that he is into her. And so I know stories when man moved her to another country and he was supporting her in many levels, helping her to adjust and learn local language, to find a great job, and like all these things. And it's Western man and Ukrainian woman. And so what happened later, when she got her job, when she adjusted, he say, now you will pay like some percent of electricity bill and I don't know, apartment or something. And so she, there was like, they have good marriage and was great, like friendship, relationship, and like, and everything was there, good marriage, really. But then she didn't know how to react. She didn't want to make problem from this, like she thought, okay, I'm making money, so probably I can also participate. And you know what happened in time? Sad story. She said him in time, listen, I just like, I don't know, I just started to feel like I don't have attraction to you as to a man. You see, when man cares financially, she feel that, she's loved by him, and she has in return to him given, her care in a way that women give, her care. Like man cares financially, woman gives in different way, right? And so just basically lose, and she said, just like, I just perceive you like my friend, and so romantic part of relationship was completely destroyed. And so how they end up in divorce, yet in good relationship still they have friendship, but no chemistry. So this solution of making partially payment for, I don't know, electricity or whatever bills and apartment caused him to lose marriage, to lose attraction, lose everything. And I said, a lot of women, they don't know what they sign up when they do this. They just like, they don't see this connection where it will lead them. A lot of them just don't even understand, what will happen. But that's what happened. They lose in attraction because in Ukraine, when we go in simple things, right? When we go in a restaurant, if people pay, each other's bills, it means man just your friend, and like, there is no romantic feelings to each other. And so she don't want man to pay if he's friend. But although my friends will never let me in Ukraine to pay bill, even like we with friendship, with a family to family. Doesn't matter. I mean, because man feel man when he pays. That's the thing. In Ukraine, man feel that he's some weak or something wrong with him if he cannot be a provider for her. And they do this not because women expect. It's because they don't see for themselves if they're not happy. Those women, those men who live in high masculine energy, they feel there's something wrong with them, as they broke or something, if they cannot, if women open wallet and try to pay or somewhere, So that's the thing. Another leader retired. Okay, there's a lot of comments, guys. Yeah. Natural tool, or if you have growth, abundance mindset, you will sooner or later. It's important. Definitely. So long, I tell you, this guy's mistake. I mean, I tell you, it's not just like, I don't call it mistake. It's just his life experience, right? An experience that, caused him to lose marriage. So think twice when you move your beautiful soulmate to abroad, and just like, and, before, while she was adjusting, he was completely, helping her, like, financially everywhere, and just like, I don't know, it's so sad, they still meet, they still have great, like, friendship, but just like no chemistry, because she feel that, as I said, she didn't even understand this about herself, When women agree to this is just when it problem really starts, But a lot of women, they just like, they don't want to argue, if that's something that their life partner worried, okay, they very feminine woman, when she lives in the feminine energy, high feminine energy, she's very agreeable to everything, this is not something that you fight for, to make her accept this or this, she's very agreeable to everything, When woman lives in a high masculine energy, that's a different story. That's when you, yeah, facing absolutely different reality. I mean, more of that, she still acts like she's single and spend her money on going out with her girlfriend for nights out or somehow make the money disappear, which are huge red flags for me. I see, Ashby. Yeah, when woman in relationship and she's going out with girlfriends, I don't know, especially in the West, maybe she's not considering that herself that much in relationship, just looking for maybe other options, I don't know, depends on where she goes, if just like going out just to, I don't know, apartments of her friends where they just meet together, and just talk, this is one situation, women's need this woman's circle. But then when people, they go, I don't know, at a disco or some pubs, I don't know, where you singles meet singles, it's just different story, right? Different intention, different everything. Yeah, so I don't know, it's 1 hour. I actually wanted to talk more about where it can lead, but I mean, generally, okay, there is more questions. That's what people in the West need to learn if they still act like single while supposedly in relationship they're not committing. Yeah, maybe it's just part of culture nowadays, reality where people just considering not not having one relationship. It just become a norm, several relationship at the same time. Why do you all hate Western women so much? I don't hate nobody. There are quality women in USA too, but maybe you guys are meeting them in the wrong place. Of course, there is quality everywhere, quality people. And I don't say I idolizing all Ukrainian women. There is also low quality ones. It's just about we here researching who is, there is a like main tendencies of what different cultures going through nowadays, and so you cannot not to see or deny it. It's just facts. But then everybody looking for themselves, wherever works the best for them. I believe if I don't know, I see those films where old films in the West where Western women was very very feminine, or like you see this culture and how it's just switch, and it's like goes from this balance to this balance and bound. And then I think Western women in a long-term perspective, they will go back to again to being very very feminine. But I don't know, maybe I'm very optimistic as usually. But I mean, it will, of course, it will tend to to balance, because it was very suppressed. They was like super traditional. If I watch these old movies, how things was, and then they go to like super fighting for rights, and then it will eventually, where now a lot of Western women, they wake up and they just say, listen, we just like, I don't know, this propaganda and this new values just doesn't work for them. It just doesn't make them happy, those things that. And so more and more people awakening and trying to find this balance. So I think if Western women being very educated, very fun ladies, if they will find this you know balance and just increase the feminine energy with them in them, it will be those unicorns that normally yeah, normally Western guys come for Ukraine for. Yeah, find those unicorns who has balanced energy, where they women who lives in a high feminine energy, but also they passionate about work. They have personal realizations. They looking for harmonic, happy relationships. Looking for respectful, loving relationship, common goals, life goals, and those things. Yeah. Does Match Guarantee have testimonials page for those who got married using your service? Yes, we have on our page. We have a lot of testimonials, and we recently calculated we have like almost 100. It was very close to 100 video interviews of our clients. So yeah, there is a lot of experience that guy shares in other different stories. Some of them just shared, yeah, it was real stories for each of them, real experiences that guys was learning from, just like some inspirational stories. So a lot of things to learn from. There are good ones. The most get married young and stay married. They don't take care of themselves. Woman with 3 babies, daddies is inequality. I mean, you see, it's very different. Like, you see this picture with the single moms in the West, where, like, I don't know. You see, some women. I don't know if it purposely happened or how it happened, but like, yeah, when women split, I don't know. I just think it's like, you see, it's very disbalanced. In the West, it's law works too much, towards women, which is, good in some situation, when you want to protect women. But then when women take advantage of this, using men, and just like, it's just sad. But then in Ukraine, you see, it's just women completely not protected by anyone, and it's heartbreaking from other side. I can say that Ukrainian woman, to have a baby, she need really love men very much, and really want children, to take this. It's a risk. It's very risky for her. And then you see, sometimes, this risk, it's turned into not very happy adventure. Anna, is it true that the lady's mother is what she will become? The lady's mother is what she become. Is an attractive, healthy, and opposite. I'm trying to remember all my friends with how their mother looks like. Steve, I think there is a lot of truth here. It's not even in attractiveness, but it's also, of course, it's genetics, right? Cannot deny it. But also, like, the role model of how it was in the family. If, like, woman grew up in a family where her mother, she's a child in the family, she see how her mother, I don't know, respectfully treat and with love, treat her husband. That's the thing she will want to have in her future relationship. If she see that, man, I don't know, weak, I don't know, some mother treat him very not respectful way, she will have these issues, in her future relationship. But I believe that if she will be aware of what's going on, and why she just basically repeating her mother role, like her parents' role. If she will be aware of this is already 50% of fixing, or like moving into direction of creating a healthy relationship, healing it, and just choosing have another experience. For example, my grandma was very, like, my granddad, who was stepfather to my mom, he was very kind man, very kind, and like never felt more loved than by any other person in the world other than him. But then I saw the relationship with my grandma, and so, oh yeah, why to go far away? It was not very, like, my grandma probably she was kind of like more like Western woman, if I can call it like that. I don't know, more like more strong and more kind of leader in the relationship. And then my mom, and also she was overweight from all her life, and my mom very slim all her life, and my mom chose a husband that she was following to the end of the world. Like my father was army, and she was following him wherever he was sent at job, and she's he's he is a leader definitely in our family. I mean, like, they discuss things together always, but like, what's army man, it's always, um like, for example, when war started, when my mama left to Germany, and she was doing her best, to prepare a flat and her nest, and just like trying to bring father to also to Germany to live in peace. No matter how hard she tried, he never came. So she go back to Kiev, to him. So that's, like she tried in her, feminine way, to soft way, to organize alternative, but father said no, no, no. She thought, okay, maybe one time he will come and maybe he will like and maybe he will change his mind, but this is not like I said you will come now or I will divorce you. No, this is, you see, this is very different strategy. This is the strategy that women who live in feminine energy they use foxy way. But then she give up, she give back everything to government, she go back to Kiev because she don't want to live without him. But he in serious life decisions, for him this is not an option to leave Ukraine, so he's in Ukraine. It was interesting experience for them to be a little bit separated, like probably the longest time ever in their life, and they just realized how being together more than 40 years they just reevaluate each other, and how how it's nice to have each other in this life. So my mama not genetically like my grandmother, and she chose different type of relationship, the way she built it with my father. That's what I want to say. She's not taking leading role in her family. So I don't agree definitely it's always the case, but there is a lot of answers can be, I believe that it is a lot of like depends on a woman and her self-awareness, how developed she is, and how
Honey, where's the borscht?
how she wants to really like, how if she's developing, working on herself, and if she's commitment to have like more happy reality than what she experienced being a daughter in the family, whatever she was seeing, or I like this actually, thinking that I'm better version of my parents, learning from their experience, and then our children will be even better version of ourselves,
2.0, yeah.
yeah, like non-stop development. Yeah, that's nice. Mm-hmm.
Cool idea, babe.
Mm-hmm.
When are you finishing?
I see.
She's in my desk, you see?
Appreciate this one. Yeah, I
got work to do, babe. Come on. Wrap it up.
But I saw a lot of women who just repeat, genetically, physically appearance of mother, but yet it's not always the case. Yeah, and I'm seeing also like role model of my mother. I can compare on my grandmother, and I understand when I was a child that I want role like my mother have in family. Like I want man to be a leader, and this is. Oh, I didn't tell you main thing. You like personal stories. Go.
Oh. Listen, can I add? I just want to say, title of this video is 99% of this type of man will fail in Ukraine. And I just want to highlight, listen, it's amazing that Gregory, you saw Gregory's $300,000 scam story at Mail Order Bride Scams YouTube channel. And it was very hard for him to do that. That's great that he paid it forward and told everybody else the sites that scammed him for $300,000. At the same time, we learned about Gregory. He said in there that he's looking for a lady that's a provider. Yeah, he's looking for a lady that can carry her own weight, this type of thing. This is 99% failure, in my opinion, with Ukrainian women. Ukrainian women are not the provider. It's not traditional. This is not traditionality. So if you're not traditional, you're not going to be successful in Ukraine, right? So non-traditional men, which have been trained by feminists, our feminists, they cannot be successful in Ukraine. 99% failure. Anyway, I just wanted to add my 2 cents in there. I should go now, babe?
Yeah, I will have 5 minutes and I will finish.
Like Roadrunner.
Guys was wondering if he will be interrupting me today. Okay. Um yeah, one more thing. I just like remember from my experience. I know you guys like, personal stories and like and stories generally, they, real stories, not just theoretical material. So I remember in my, like, in Ukraine, mostly men, like they alpha males, right? They live in high masculine energy. And so one time when I experienced, actually, yeah, dating Ukrainian man who I met online, and he was living in USA for like several years, and so we had like distance relationship. I mean, just chatting, and then he arrived um, to Ukraine, and we met first time, and then I don't know, maybe because he was young. That's Joseph.
I just want to show off Babushka's cooking. Look at pierogi. Look at that. Yeah, with bacon and onion.
Go eat. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
vareniki. Look at that. The
Vareniki.
whole thing full. She's been cooking all day. Oh my goodness. I'm a happy camper. I feel the kilos coming on already. But it's all good. I grew up on this stuff, guys. My brother married a Ukrainian woman when I was like 3. So I grew up on this is this is like my food, right? You see the big smile on Joe's face. Yeah, so I'm happier than a pig, and you know what?
If you have expression in Ukraine that probably you have it too, that way to the heart of the man goes through his stomach. Is it true? Do we have the same? So it means, yeah, if you want to conquer heart of man, so please cook for him. Yeah. So I think he was young, and he, been influenced maybe by Western culture. I'm not sure like why it happened, because like in Ukraine I never experienced this. And so when he come, he was very, very like about the way he was approaching me. It was very in not masculine way, and like relationship, how it was going. He's very like very handsome, boy was. And like my mom was like so confused, she said, oh, such a good man, why you didn't like him? But I always felt like, I don't have chemistry, I don't understand, like everything looks like he's doing right things, everything. But I understand later what was wrong for me, he was basically uh, I don't know, he was he was like expecting me to take leading role in relationship, like almost like to tell him what to do in life, about his work, or um, I don't know. I didn't see he knows where he's going, but then he also like he come to the point where he say, okay, if you want to do this, I will be doing this with you, we will like, and I felt like, no, I don't want this, I don't want to tell men what to do. I don't want, like being the leader, and so maybe because he lived in the West, maybe it's just become like he become more like softer in the way he uh, build relationship, approach woman, how he see, like um how to say this word, like he was really into uh my desires more than even into his desires, and for me it was something wrong here, i felt like I felt like I cannot follow him because I don't know where he is going, and now he's offering me to be captain of the ship. And I, like, with all, like, he's a really good guy, you know I wish, him. He probably found good woman, but I mean, I don't know. But at that time, I didn't understand, I couldn't explain myself why, why it's not attractive to me. But then later, of course, it's just, with age, it's just come to understanding. So yeah, and I understand, as me, as other, other ladies in Ukraine, living in traditional world, we want to have, men, in their alpha position, alpha male position, where they live in the high masculine energy, where if we choose to follow them, we at least know where we go, And then later in life, I made my mistake, choosing men who don't know where he's going. And it took a lot of time for me to learn it. But, I mean, it was just not so easy to understand at the beginning. It was felt like he's no, but in actuality he didn't know. But with this guy that lived in America, he was like an open book. He just, I don't know what to do. I just I came back and I will do everything for you. Just just be with me and sorry, just not something that I will be happy with, in relationship. So you understand, no? So Anna, when you say to Johanny, I would like sushi tonight, his answer is always not steak and eggs. No. No, I don't know. I'm actually happy with how everything about in our family about cooking, how it's set up. Yeah. I mean, children not very happy. They was waiting for grandma. They say you cook all the time the same thing. So I'm not cooking sushi at home. It's not my traditional. I cook traditional Ukrainian food normally. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we always, that's another thing, I think it's very hard to match, if, I don't know, if you like fast food or those things, and if your partner like more healthy things to eat, it's just really hard, right? But I think people like adjusting, to what you eat. But I still don't get, I don't get what's enjoyable about fast food, McDonald's or those things. I still don't get it. Really, I don't like how it tastes. I don't like. But I mean, do I forbid Joe to eat it if he wants rarely to eat? No, it his body, it's his choice. It's his craving, whatever. If he wants to eat, he's free to eat. It just things that I definitely don't cook at home. And yeah. What do you say? Steaks and eggs we eat every day. As long as this food healthy, yeah, I'm good with that. Okay, guys, it was nice to see you today. I want to announce my tomorrow topic is this killed chivalry. So what's killed chivalry? Let's discover tomorrow what's killed chivalry. It's very sad topic, but there is a lot of things, as you said. I always goes very deep, and we will talk about in this regard. We will touch also why our women living abroad, why they need help. Our Ukrainian women, and so what this thing that kills chivalry. Okay, be healthy, be happy, be loved, and find somebody to love, so it will be both ways exchange of energy. And if you wonder, about this journey, or you have doubts or just don't know much about it, you're welcome to come to our consultation, free matchmaking consultation. Go here, matchguaranty.com/register. And just quick reminder about our Ukraine Dating is Back channel, right? Will I found it? Okay.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my God. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
With makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at ukrainedating.tv.